Question 19, and it looks like we're involved with the logistic equation. We need to watch our units. The population of sardines measured in million tons after 2 years is given, so we're going to have to add millions to most of our answers. It's a whopping 11 marks for the old logistic equation, which chews up a large proportion of its topic, differential equations. But anyway, no one's complaining. So let's see what we've got to do here. So in part A, calculate the size of the population initially. So you can see, looking at the equation up here, that when t is 0, e to the 0 is 1. So we've got 2.4 over 240, which is going to be 0.01 megatons. So we're getting our units right. 2 marks in the bag. Part B, rewrite the logistic equation in this form, stating clearly the values for R and K. Right, so on the formula sheet, this is the version we're given, but obviously this one looks a little bit different. It's the kind of alternative version where we've divided through by the initial population here to get this one, so that instead of having a P0 here, we've got 1. So upstairs is K, so we can write that down. K is 2.4, which is the maximum population. And we know that the negative 0.03 is negative RK, so therefore RK is 0.3. Knowing that K is 2.4, then we simply need to divide 0.3 by 2.4 on our calculators and get 0.125 or 1/8. And therefore we can rewrite the logistic equation dp dt is equal to 1/8 of p brackets 2.4 minus p. And there's the next 2 marks. So we move over the page, and part C. When the sardine population is 500,000 tons, use the technique of increments to calculate the approximate change. The increments formula is on the formula sheet. So in this instance, here's our equation. Then we know that we want P is 0.5. So then the change of population is going to be approximately equal to the derivative, which we've got. Here it is, dp dt is the growth rate, dy dx, 0.125p, 2.5 minus p. So we're just using this formula with p as 0.5. And then the last bit is the change in time. And of course, it's over the next month. So that's 1/12 of a year because time is in years. So we just need to work this expression out, and we end up with 9,896 tons is the approximate change in population. It's positive, so that means it's increasing in that time. And then part D, determine the maximum growth rate of the sardine population. Well, if I go back to the page before, it happens at the point of inflection. So this is when you can see from the curve, this is the greatest growth rate, and the point of inflection is halfway between the maximum and 0. So back to the question, we know that it's going to occur at half the maximum population. So half of 2.4 is 1.2. And so we just need to find out what the growth rate is at this time. And again, it's not that hard. We're just substituting it into dp dt again. 0.125 times 1.2 times 1.2, which is 0.18 megatons per year. Suppose the initial population of sardines was 1.3 million tons. Assuming the growth rate is still given by the same equation, sketch the graph of the population growth on the axis below and explain your graph. So really, all we're doing is resetting the initial amount. So the initial population was 1.3, which is just after, remember, the point of inflection. I've got a copy of the previous graph here, was at 1.2. So we just basically need to take this part of the graph and put it onto this axis. It's like we've reset the origin from here over to about 19 years. So our explanation would be it's a horizontal translation of the previous graph by roughly 19 years to the right. And so we start off here at 1.3, and it's basically decreasing all the time. So the examiners would probably be a bit picky about that. They want to see a concave down curve all the way. But about 15 years in here, you can see we're almost at the maximum at 2.4. So we've got to get up pretty quickly and then flatten right off along here. I've got a few definite points that you can kind of transfer from this graph, but that's really about it.